Hey, hey! It's Elena J here. How you doing? I have not been doing good. Nope, not doing good. Sleeping all the time. I think there needs to be some kind of tweaking with my medication for my bipolar one. Um, Also, my OCD is ramped all up. I've scratched my hand all up to pieces, and I'm very embarrassed about it. But maybe putting it out there will let me not do it anymore, not be so stupid. I shouldn't be so hard on myself, I know, but come on, I'm 40 years old. No preface, just 40. So I have this chapter of my book. I wrote a book. There Comes a Light, a memoir of mental illness by Elena J. Martin. And when you search for me, make sure you put that J in there. That's why I'm Elena J. So you can make sure you find the right one. Okay, so I've had this essay in my head, and I just needed to share it. And I read through it once right before this when I turned on my camera, and I cried in like 3 parts. So I'm going to try not to cry. If I do, we'll start over or something. I don't know. Her arms. I don't mean to ruin things. In my late 20s, something happened. The crazy came. The madness came. A storm blew in and took with it parts of my mind. I haven't been able to tell if all of it has returned. How do you know what you don't know? How can you remember bits of yourself that you have forgotten? I had a best friend. We met in high school in Ohio. During college, we spent a summer together in a rough neighborhood of Brooklyn as we completed internships in Manhattan. Then our first year after graduation in New York City. She slept on my couch for 6 months when she moved to Austin after I did. She knew me. She hated all the guys I dated because they weren't good enough. She loved me that much. She was always my plus one to Austin VIP events. I was an assistant editor and she worked at a local record store. She introduced me to good music. We spent Friday nights listening to live bands, clutching whiskeys, and Saturday mornings talking about guys holding coffee mugs. We were silly together and made up songs as we walked around downtown Austin. She could make me laugh until my face hurt. And she had the best hugs. She would hold me tight in her long arms and squeeze as if to say, I won't let you fall. I will keep you safe. We knew we were going up, up, up. Bipolar disorder is a mental illness, a mood disorder. It seems so simple, but it isn't. Don't be fooled. Bipolar disorder just equals 2 words. Mental illness equals 2 words. Mood disorder equals 2 words. But how do you fit a life into 2 words? I pushed her away before I had my first break from reality, before I drove halfway across the country to California, before I tried to kill myself, before my life could be explained by 2 words. She tried to help me before I left Austin. She called my mother in Oklahoma and told her to come. She didn't know what to do about the cutting and the bandages and the blood. Her hugs couldn't keep me safe anymore. My smile had become temporary. She had a new job, a dream job, and I had needs. The hole had grown, and I was trying to fill it with her, with attention, with everything. In the psych ward of Mills Peninsula Hospital in San Mateo, California, after my suicide attempt, she called me. Her words were soft and careful. I could feel her arms through the phone. They wrapped around me and held me, but nothing would ever be right again. I don't mean to ruin things, but I do. I pushed my best friend away because she couldn't be who I needed her to be. She grew busy. I was dying, and she couldn't come with me. I had to push her away. I loved her that much. I never had another friend like her. Not before, not after. Perhaps it's like a first love. It lingers in the dark corners of your heart. And the sun hits your face and that song comes on and you smile and then you cry and you wish life was different. You wish you didn't know those 2 words. You wish they were part of someone else's story. Or a made-for-TV movie or something learned in Psych 101 or just an abstract thought. You don't want to know what it feels like to only see your family during visiting hours. You don't want to know about vitals and bad decaffeinated coffee. You don't want to have to put the pale pink roses your mother brought in a plastic cup on the floor by your bed in the room you share with an ancient lady because you can't be trusted with glass. You don't want to remember what it felt like to dance to the music of one of your favorite Austin bands and sweat and shimmy and shake and laugh and your best friend because she's gone now. I ruined it. It's okay, Elena. You don't have to apologize, she said. But it's not. And I can't. It was out of my control. My mind doesn't work like hers. Sometimes my mind doesn't work at all. I live in this weird world where I forget nearly everything. Maybe that is for the best. Who wants to remember the time she met me at an outdoor cafe for coffee and I cried and she made me believe everything would be okay? Who wants to remember the subway rides and those hot summer afternoons we spent at the museum? Who wants to remember being so poor we barely scraped by, but we were happier than we had ever been? Angry words are a solvent. They break down everything you have built. I pushed, she pulled. We don't speak. Every once in a while, a text will be shared, and we will pretend that we are going to. We pretend that what is gone isn't really gone. We pretend that we know each other, but we don't. We haven't spoken in years. I can't tell you who she's engaged to. I used to know her boyfriend's favorite drink. I am not bitter. This is not bitterness. This is longing. This is missing something. This is wishing I had her to tell me who I used to be before the madness, before my life became 2 words. So I must be thankful for her and the sanity I used to know. I lump them together. They fall under the before heading. Today is after. It is mood stabilizers and antipsychotics and antidepressants and psychiatrists and therapists. It is used to be and once upon a time. It is 3 pairs of hospital socks in the top drawer. It is wishing I could remember and wanting to forget. I don't mean to ruin things, but I can't help it. My mind wanders away and my words decide that what will come out and how fast and how hard. They push. There's no forgiveness. I'd like to tell her I'm sorry. I would like to tell her I didn't mean it when I told her not to call me anymore. But as I said, angry words are a solvent. They dissolved what we had a long time ago. Memories are left. Pictures in which we smile at the camera. Unaware of who I will become. Pictures of when we were happy. Pictures of her arms around me. I love that piece. And I don't mean that in a bragging way. It's just, to me, it's so raw. And I almost start crying this time around, but I got it. So I'm going to go for now because it's probably too long and it won't upload. And then I'll be mad. Do you notice my blue eyeshadow? And I got blue lashes. Why are my eyes the weirdest color? They're like hazel. And when I cry, they turn bright green, so don't ever make my eyes turn bright green. All right, I will talk to you soon. Oh, and disregard this hair. It's getting too long. I'm getting it trimmed on Saturday. All right. I hope you're well. Take care of yourself.